Before I start the video, I just want to say everything that I will be saying in this video is just my opinion. I'm not trying to make you guys change your opinion. Everyone's free of whatever they want to think about. I'm just giving my point of view and that is it. There is no need to be fighting or whatever. So, leaving that aside, I hope you guys enjoy this video. 8 years later, and I still see the Ghostbusters community fighting or debating over this movie. But is Ghostbusters from 2016 really that bad? And my answer is yes. It was pretty bad, to be honest. The jokes were terrible, the script was meh. Although I don't think the cast was that bad, but I do think that they really didn't know how to work things out. Like, they really didn't know how to develop the story. So the last time I rewatched this movie was during the pandemic, and yeah, from what I remember, the movie was full of cringe moments. But you know, it's just a movie. In the end, you decide if you want to watch it or not. And yeah, I know that there were a couple of issues during the production of this movie, but I think we have to acknowledge the hard work that was behind this movie, you know, like every other movie. In the end, it's just people trying to do their best at what they're good at, just like you and me. The difference is that their work goes public and, you know, people can start talking about it. And I don't mind this movie existing at all. I did love this movie the first time it came out, to be honest. But yeah, as I mentioned before, I rewatched it and it wasn't a good movie for me anymore. But that doesn't mean I hate it. It doesn't mean you have to hate it. Like I said, it's just a movie and it doesn't do any harm. Unless you take it personal, saying stuff like, my childhood has been ruined, oh my god, my childhood. Oh, they went woke, whoa. Remember, it's just a movie. And there are worse movies out there, so yeah, you know. But I do think good stuff came out of this movie, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about. First of all, it brought the name Ghostbusters back on the map. It made it, like, relevant once again for the first time in a couple of years. It brought us new merchandise, and not even like just for the new movie, it brought merchandise for the original movies as well. I do want to point out though that I've had the first two movies for a while. I've been a fan since I was a kid, but that was like the only Ghostbusters stuff I had at that time. So I gotta say, I was super happy to actually see Ghostbusters toys, t-shirts, and everything related to it on store shelves. And I actually still have these t-shirts I bought back in 2016. These were my first ever Ghostbusters t-shirts I bought in my life. And yeah, honestly, I gotta thank the 2016 movie for it because, yeah, new merchandise. And not just that, but, oh man, why did I leave it on the floor? But my mom also bought me this Slimer toy and this Ecto one for my birthday. These were my first ever Ghostbusters items. So yeah, once again, I actually thank the 2016 movie for that. So I'm pretty sure Ghostbusters fans and collectors can't complain about this because I'm pretty sure you bought some of the merchandise. I'm not gonna say all of it, but you did buy most of it, and I don't think you're gonna deny it. Thanks to that, now I have way more Ghostbusters merch than before. And I remember that there was a time when anything Ghostbusters related was actually hard to find. New Ghostbusters fans started to rise thanks to the 2016 movie. People who never watched the original actually started to do it because thanks to this movie, people actually started to discover the original. As I said before, Ghostbusters was and is back on the map. It made the fandom grow way more. The bad thing is, like any other kind of fandom, there are fights between fans and all of that. Just like what's gonna happen with this video. Just ignore them. And I guess thanks to the 2016 movie, I think there were more creative liberties in Ghostbusters Afterlife. I see the 2016 version like a test to see what works and what didn't and how to fix it in a future installment. And I guess it worked because now we have a Ghostbusters movie that has women as Ghostbusters once again, and it looks like it's working pretty well. I don't see people throwing hate at it. And it shows in some way that Sony learned from their mistakes. That, and I guess because it's connected to the original. So maybe the 2016 version could have worked if it were like a passing of the torch thing. It probably would have done better instead of using the OGs just as cameos. And well, nowadays we are getting new movies because there is still a lot of potential in this franchise. And I'm pretty sure that's what Sony saw as well. I guess mostly in merchandise sales. So I don't think that this movie deserves that much hate. The soundtrack in this film is awesome. I actually liked it. It brought us new versions of the original Ghostbusters theme song. New songs like Good Girls, Get Ghost, Want Some More. It brought us new gadgets that I've seen people build for their cosplays. Which is also a pro because I think it encouraged people who were already Ghostbusters fans to actually show that they are Ghostbusters fans. And that was cool because now it looked like everyone was on board. Boys, girls, the OG fans, new fans, etc. I loved watching Proton streams on Modern Day. Like, some of the effects in this movie were pretty cool. And people might call me crazy with what I'm about to say, but I really don't care. As I said, it's my point of view. But I'm pretty sure that if this movie never happened, we would have never gotten Ghostbusters Afterlife. Or Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which is about to release in less than a month. And I am freaking excited about that movie. I really can't wait to watch this new movie. I may be wrong, but that's the way I see it. So yeah, love it or hate it, we kinda owe it to this movie. But that is just my opinion. Those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Without fighting. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, links are down below. I am Louis, I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope everyone is okay, and I will see you guys until next time. Take care.